Hello everyone, this is Carole Maxinu, natural hair blogger and author, aka Luminex Essentials. Today topic is going to be discussed on how to defeat dry hair with hydration and moisture retention. Because when you have natural hair, honey, boy, I tell you, that dry hair and breakage is something else, isn't it? Anyway, again, my name is Carole Maxinu, and welcome to my live recording. I am also an occupational therapist. What is an occupational therapist? Let me just put it in a simple description. I am a licensed healthcare practitioner. I work with children all the way up to the elderly population, um, just to get them back to resume back to their daily normal activities due to limitations of deficits, delays, and impairments that affect them physically or cognitively. So what I do, I evaluate and I come up with a plan of care to get them back to the optimal best performance using strategies and techniques to help resume back into their daily life skills. So that is what I do. But, however, you know that I love to talk about natural hair. So, natural hair is my passion, okay? I am a natural hair blogger and I'm also an author. And my book, Life is a Hairway, has been recently published and is also available for download on PDF. So, you don't have to wait for it to be delivered. You can actually download it to begin reading. But today I'm not going to talk about life is a hairway. I'm going to talk about how to defeat hair dryness using hydration and moisture retention methods. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to keep this very simple and to the point. And if you guys have any comments, I want you to go ahead and ask some questions and comment below. So let's dive right in. So, what I'm going to focus on is rehydration methods. Things that you can do to help to rehydrate your hair because hydration and moisture goes hand in hand. You cannot moisturize your hair without first hydrating your hair. And in order to hydrating your hair, you must use water or a water-based solution because that is what the hair needs first, not moisture. Sometimes naturals will get confused thinking they're actually hydrating the hair by using butters and oils. You're not. You are actually, in a sense, moisturizing your hair. But in order to hydrate your hair, you must use water first or a water-based solution so it can enter through the cortex and enter through the cuticles to enter into the cortex. You know, the structure that gives the hair its strength and its elasticity. So you must hydrate your hair before you moisturize your hair. All right? So, how do we do that? This protocol will help you achieve the ultimate moisturized hair. It is important that you follow it closely as possible, and you can do this within a week to get the best results. Ideally, day one, which is wash day, should be focused on that day. So I know that when you're going to wash your hair, you have to prepare yourself mentally because you know what your hair is up against, the tangles, the extra time it takes through to comb through your hair, and products you have to use, like for example conditioner to help soften up the strands so you can actually comb through it, and then it goes on and goes on and goes on. But yes, we know it's a mental thing because our hair texture is just the way it is. It's unique, it's coily, it's curly, it's not straight, so it's not going to comb through easily. So you have to prepare yourself in order to tackle the task ahead. But don't hate your hair. Love your hair the way it is, but just know how to work with it. Okay? So, wash day. This will all be done on wash day in order to rehydrate your hair. This ensures that you can invest the required time to complete all the necessary steps to achieve the ultimate moisture retention. So here we go. Day one is wash day, ladies or gentlemen. Wash day. So what happens on wash day? Well, if you guys have not incorporating pre-poo, you don't have to incorporate pre-poo before you wash your hair, but it'd be good every now and then or as often as you can to pre-poo your hair, because when you pre-poo your hair, you are actually limiting the amount of water absorption into the hair strand, because the curlier to the kinkier your hair is, it becomes more porous, and you have less cuticles because the cuticles begin to lift open. It's the reality. The curlier to the kinkier your hair is, the more porous it can become, and the less cuticles you have. So when you wash your hair, typically your hair loves water and it will absorb as much as it can, depending on how porous it is. Okay, so in order to limit the amount of water absorption, to decrease the effects of hygral fatigue, that is the expanding and the contracting of the hair from the swelling of the absorption of the water, is to pre-poo your hair. Use a penetrating oil that can not only enter through the cuticle into the cortex, but can create a barrier over the cuticle of the strand to repel or to limit the amount of water that's going to actually enter the pores um, of the hair strand. So incorporating pre-poo is very, very effective to reduce hygral fatigue. Okay, so if you can incorporate that during your wash days, again, you don't have to do it every wash, but as often as you can, it will help to reduce the hygral fatigue, especially if you have more of a tighter, kinkier coil hair, because our hair tends to be a little bit more porous on the end, and we have less cuticles, so the water will absorb more easily, much easily into the strand. So to repel the absorption of water, use a penetrating oil. Now, which oil is that? The best oil that you can use is coconut oil. Coconut oil has been researched to be more effective to actually not only enter through the cuticle, but also directly into the cortex of the hair strand because of its small molecular shape. Okay, it's very small that it can enter into the strand without having a hard time to do that. Now there are other oils that can do that, but coconut oil is one of the best pre-poo oil that you can do. So how do you use it before you wash your hair? First, you want to melt the oil in the microwave or put the coconut oil in a double boiler on the stove. Be sure not to overheat the oil. You don't want to make it, excruciating hot. You just want to create like a warming temperature of the oil, okay? This makes the oil becomes liquid, if it's saturated, harden, and to be better able to penetrate into the hair, okay, after you apply it. Um, so after you warm it and you scoop the oil and you apply it on your hair, the next thing you want to do is, especially on dry hair, you can put it on dry hair, okay? You can put it on damp hair, but it's best, I will say, just put it on dry hair. Put it on dry hair that is also detangled, okay? So pre-detangle your hair and just put it on dry hair. And just make sure you saturate the hair with this oil and cover your head with a plastic cap. And for the best results, you can use a heating cap. There are actually, I forgot the name of it. There is a heating cap you can put in a microwave, and you can actually put it over your head with the plastic cap on. Or you can sit under a dryer or a steamer with with the plastic cap on. Don't expose your own hair to the dryer or to the steamer, okay? Because you want to create like this humidity effect where it traps the oil so it can better absorb into your hair strand, okay? And then you want to leave the oil on for at least 30 minutes just to create this penetration into your hair strand. Okay, step 2 on wash day. You want to shampoo your hair. Of course, after your pre-poo, you want to shampoo your hair. It is important to use a shampoo for this step and not a conditioner, such as a co-wash. You want to remove all the buildup, all the oil to get the best results for this method. You can use your own shampoo to cleanse your hair after you co-wash. After you wash out the coconut oil. Okay, which is your pre-poo. Okay. The next step, step 3, is condition your hair. All right, okay? So how do you do this? This is a very important step, okay? Ensure you have your own amazing, trusted deep conditioner that you like to use, your go-to deep conditioner. I'm not going to tell you use this conditioner, use that conditioner. This is not what it's about. It's about using a conditioner that you've been using and you know that works best for you, okay? So when you do use your deep conditioner, you want to remove excess water from your hair with a t-shirt or microfiber towel. Apply the conditioner to damp hair in small sections to make sure the hair is saturated. And then, after you're applying it, similar how you would do a relaxer. Start from the base of your hair and come all the way down to the ends of your hair. Okay, and then go ahead and put a plastic cap on your head, because this will provide better penetration of the conditioner into the hair using a heating cap, again, a steamer, a damp, warm towel, or some other method to increase the temperature of the conditioner. And you want to leave the conditioner on your hair for 30 minutes. Just like you do your pre-poo, you do the same thing with conditioner. For pre-poo, do you have to use a steamer? Do you have to use a dryer with the plastic cap over your head? No, you don't have to do that. But if you want to, it doesn't hurt. But you can just in step 1 pre-poo, you can just put your the coconut oil, the warm coconut oil on your hair and just cover it up with a plastic cap to create that humidity effect so it can better enter your hair strand, okay? Because what it is preparing your hair, okay? So that's in step 3, is to condition your hair. And when you condition your hair, you want to condition it for at least 30 minutes, no longer, okay? Step 4, moisturize. So how do you moisturize your hair? First, you want to rinse the conditioner thoroughly and remove excess water from your hair with a t-shirt or microfiber. And apply a really good moisturizer for your hair type and texture to, I would say, like in small sections to ensure your hair is fully covered with the moisturizer. Okay? Step 5, you want to seal your hair. How do you do that? After your hair is moisturized and still damp, seal with a non-penetrating oil of your choice. Style your hair as usual, like for example, like twists, braids, and please be mindful that this step is optional and is not absolutely necessary that you seal in a moisture with an oil, especially if the moisturizer you are using is already contain like penetrating sealants, or penetrating, I would say maybe some type of humectants that would draw moisture into your hair strand. Okay, but you will find that, but you will find that you will see the best options for your hair if you do this. Okay. Now, after you've done all these steps, step 1 all the way to step 3, the next thing you want to do, okay, I've done all this step, what's next? All right, I'll tell you what's next. post-wash days. So you've done all these steps. Now, the main thing is you want to retain moisture, okay? And retaining moisture is the key here, because what you've done in those steps, you've hydrated your hair, you moisturize your hair, and you seal in the moisture, okay? So after you wash your hair, your goal should be very simple, okay? You want to ensure your hair retains moisture during the day, all right? So listen to me as I give you a little bit more of a high-end effect to get that moisture retained in your hair, okay? This is what you can do, all right? Focus on your nighttime routine, okay? Because most naturals tend to moisturize the hair during the day, but there are the other ones that tend to moisturize the hair at night. Okay? Many naturals concentrate a lot of their efforts on moisturizing during the day, and while that may work for some, this strategy does not work for the most. They may find that, that they have done what they need to do, and to keep applying a moisturizer to the hair, every day, and that their hair just soaks up their moisturizer. By the end of the day, the hair ends up feeling dry and brittle. Why do we focus on nighttime care so much? Why is it important to focus on nighttime care? Because you have the best opportunity to really help your hair lock in that moisture. You can control the environment of your hair that is exposed to, okay? So much more than you can do during the day. It is the best opportunity for moisturizing. This strategy is about increasing the uptake of moisture into the hair and locking it in so that you don't have to lose water quickly, okay? During the day. So moisturize your hair at night. So how do you do this? In the morning, you'll style your hair as you normally do. Remember that you focused on deep conditioning and moisturizing that day before on wash day. So there is no need to apply any more moisturizer to your hair in the morning because you already done that. Now, at nighttime, this is where you're going to focus on moisturizing your hair. First, what you're going to try to do is mist your hair with a moisturizing mist that contains glycerin, mixed with water, or you can just use plain water. Okay, you want to damp your hair. You don't want to wet the hair. You don't want the hair to be soaking wet. You just want to spray it where your hair is damp. And add a little bit of moisturizer if your hair feels dry. You can also seal with a non-penetrating oil. However, this is not necessary. Okay? This part is important and will make the difference in your hair's ability to retain moisture. Cover your hair with a plastic cap to create a humid environment around your hair as you sleep. Then cover your hair with a satin cap or sleep on a satin pillow to minimize the friction between the hair strands and the pillowcase. Again, you are going to create this humid effect, this humidity environment. So you can try that technique, after you moisturize your hair, or maybe you did like a twist of some sort, to create the curls the next day that you want to unravel. Cover your hair with a plastic cap and put over your hair bonnet, and I will promise you, your hair is going to feel more moisturized a little bit longer than it normally would during the day. Okay? Now, the next morning, you just go ahead and you style your hair as usual. There's no need to apply any more moisturizer because you have already done this during the night. Repeat these steps until the next time you wash your hair. Okay? You are finished, and you should have a highly ultimate moisturized hair. Now, there's some questions that you guys may have about moisturizing your hair. So I've had actually 3 questions asked about hydrating and making sure your hair is moisturized. So these are 3 common questions that was asked me. So I'm going to tell you what they are, and I'm going to do the best that I can to answer them. Okay? Hydrate and moisturize. Should you repeat methods to moisturize hair? That was one question that was asked me. Okay? And the answer to that is no. You don't have to do the entire method again. This is just a 7-day method, and it was to begin to help your hair retain as much moisture as possible. However, there are certain things you should continue to do as part of your hair care regimen for optimal moisture retention. These steps are, the coconut oil pre-poo treatment, deep conditioning treatment, and properly applying some sort of moisturizer to your hair. It is also highly recommended that you can continue with your nighttime routine of protecting your hair with a satin cap or sleeping on a satin pillow. If you choose, you can also continue to mist your hair during the week with the glycerin and a water or a water mixture for to create some softness to your hair and manageability. But this is not necessary. If you continue to implement these 3 steps, it will make all the difference in your hair. Okay. The next common question that was asked was, is coconut oil the only oil to use? Um, no, coconut oil is not the only oil to use. However, by research, it is the most effective oil that you can use or should use. There are other oils that you can use that are known to help to penetrate the cuticle to go right to the cortex. One is extra virgin oil, and the other one is avocado oil. You can use those as options because they do provide essential vitamins and nutrients, and they do help to produce some growth to your hair and improve circulation or blood flow to your hair. So you can use those type of oils, okay? But the best recommended oil again is coconut oil. All right. The purpose of the pre-poo is to moisturize the loss of protein from the hair, the chipping away of the cuticle. Because remember I said the curlier to the kinkier your hair type is, it is more prone to become more porous, and you are prone to have fewer cuticles, okay? And you want to help to prevent hydro fatigue. So that's what pre-poo does. Is to reduce the amount of water absorption into the hair that can cause it to swell and to contract, and also because of hydro fatigue, your hair becomes limp, you can lose your elasticity, and your hair can become damaged. So coconut oil has a specific fatty acid which allows it to do these 2 things. Other oils have a different fatty acid and likely won't do the above actions. So, if possible, use coconut oil only for the purpose of helping to prevent hydro fatigue and the loss of protein from the hair. However, if you have allergens to like a tree nut, you may not want to use coconut oil. In this case, there is a oil and butter that you can use. One is called Baba Su oil, and another one is called, which is a butter, Muru butter. I will actually type it in for you guys of the correct spell. I'm sorry, I cannot pronounce these these names. These oils, they are high in lauric acid, and so is coconut oil. And lauric acid has a affinity for hair proteins, and they may work as well as coconut oil. Just be aware that they are expensive oils, so by all means, please just resort to coconut oil. Okay? And the next one is, must you use heat to deep condition your hair? That was one of the third question that was asked me. That was common. Using heat is ideal to help some ingredients in your deep conditioner that are especially if you have a good conditioner, with humectants and emollients, to penetrate into the cortex of the hair. And 30 minutes seems to be the ideal time frame for a deep conditioner to be left on the hair with heat. Okay, so if you use some type of heat, you'll get a greater result from using a deep conditioner treatment with heat. So you don't have to use heat, but it's better and it's more ideal to use heat to get more of a quicker and a more of a deeper penetration of your deep condition that you're using to hydrate and to moisturize your hair, because the proteins in the hair the proteins in the deep conditioner are on the lower listing ingredients, so they're going to help to some of them are going to actually help to try to penetrate into the hair strand and also try to patch the gaps and spaces of the porous hair. So if you can use heat, I would recommend use heat, but no longer than 30 minutes, and keep a cap on, a plastic cap on your head when you use heat. Do not use heat without some kind of plastic cap to create a barrier. Okay. Now, you ladies may be aware or have not been aware, I do have a second book that is coming out. And let me show you what it is. It's called Kinks, Curls, and Coils, the ultimate guide to natural and healthy Afro-textured hair. You guys, I am so excited about this book because this book is specifically targeted to tightly coiled or kinkier curl hair type, okay? Afro-textured hair specifically. All right, so I'm planning to release this book soon because I already did Life is a Hair Way, and now I'm in the making of authoring this book. This book is not yet published, but it will be when it's done, when I'm done writing it. I do have it on pre-order, so you do not have to wait to get this book. You can actually click the link that is actually in the description, and you can view it to get an idea if you want to go ahead and pre-order this book. I have pre-poo on my mind. Okay, so let's see. Are you still thinking about how to properly care for your hair? Then why don't you just go ahead and just pre-order this book? Because let me ask you this question. Is your hair important to you? Do you know that black hair is the most fragile hair that constantly struggles with dryness, loss of moisture, and breakage? Therefore, black women resorts to wigs, braids, and weaves, not as convenience, but more of hiding their deficits that they're experiencing from the hair. So, with this book, Kinks, Curls, and Coils, the ultimate guide to natural and healthy Afro-textured hair, here you will gain a better insight on how to be able to not only take care of your hair, but how to reduce the thinning, the breakage, the dryness of your hair that is so common with Afro-Textured hair. Okay? And this book is based on research and it's targeted to address these solutions. They're targeted to address these problems and provide solutions to your textured hair. Remember that educating and learning about your hair serves its strength and purpose to achieve healthy, growing, and longer hair. So, if you are frustrated, if you are frantic and stuck, defeat the worry and enjoy a healthy, growing Afro-textured hair. Okay? Why? Because women with Afro-textured hair are faced with challenges of dry hair, breakage, and slow growth. Okay? So, this book presents helpful tips, simple products, practical remedies to restore healthy growth, moisture, shine, and brilliance back to your natural hair. In this book, you will get a better understanding on how to achieve beautiful, healthy curls so that you can create your own hair care regimen that works best for you. And in this book, you will discover proper nutrition to keep your hair healthy. You will learn ways to moisturize your hair longer. You will become more aware of healthy care habits and establish your own routine. You will take advantage of hair structure, your curl type, your growth, and porosity. You will be able to learn how to boost hair growth using tried and tested techniques. You will learn simple hair care maintenance that takes less time, and you will learn some natural remedies to achieve better, healthier hair and to overcome hair breakage and minimize hair loss. All right, so that is the book, you guys. So if you want to go ahead and pre-order it, I will suggest get on that pre-order, get on the list, and you guys will be mailed the book when it does become available. I'm planning to get it published sometime between fall, maybe in the winter of 2018 of this year, but either or, it will be released this year. And my purpose is to help women with Afro-textured hair to create a healthy care hair regimen that works best for him, and to defeat the problems that we are normally dealt with, hair breakage and dryness. Okay, so go ahead and see if you want to discover more about how to help your hair to achieve those results you're looking for. Because don't be fooled, black hair can grow. Our hair is always growing. So the reason why our hair is short compared to the majority with longer hair of a different hair type is because what are we doing to hair? What are we exposing our hair with? What products and ingredients are we using on our hair? Do we know how to use the hair porosity? Do we know what hair porosity is? Do we know ingredients that are beneficial for your hair? Do we know how to layer our hair with certain products to lock it in? Okay, so I'm sure that you guys heard of the LOC or the LCO method, but it goes much deeper into that. And this book will provide you ways to help to defeat the problems that is commonly experienced with black women, especially with Afro-textured hair. So until next time, I just want to let you guys know that, ladies, you are beautiful, you are lovely, your hair is on point, but just remember, learn how to take care of it using healthy hair care practices to achieve a healthy hair care regimen that works for you. Until next time, I want you to girls to know that you are special, you are beautiful. I love your hair. I love my hair despite if I have a good day or bad day. It's your hair, it's my hair. So in all that taken, rock it, girl. Until next time.